Alright, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It is me, Evill, for episode 2 of Dandadan, my review for it anyway. And I think this show really is something really good. So firstly I wanted to mention the dynamic here in this house that they have. Basically they went to her grandma's house, I think, for some kind of help, and she needs to hold back, they call him Okarun. They need to hold back his curse, so she needs to see him constantly to maintain the pressure on him to stop the curse from leaking out. And that means that they need to they change clothes and they need to do that together, or if they wanted to go to the bathroom they would probably need to do that together. So they do a little bit of comedy about that. Also, there's this kind of world building here that you can build these domains or protected areas with that are protected against curses and stuff. So when someone who doesn't belong to this family, or I guess an evil spirit, tries to enter, they just burn. Or I guess it also works on aliens, because later on in the episode we see the Flatwoods monster show up, and it's an alien, I think. I don't think it's a curse, or that's a JK, an evil spirit, I guess. But yeah, they enter this house, and I really liked the comedy interactions they had. And his thing has disappeared. The Turbo Granny took his fucking wiener and just hid it somewhere. I guess it's for ransom. And the comedy interactions about that, and also the actual character building about Okarun, because he's socially anxious, and he's assuming his mind jumps to her hating him immediately, and I thought that was a really interesting characterization for a shonen main character, because normally you would see them be blatantly way too confident. And I also like the way she tries to console him. She accidentally made him feel bad because she felt some kind of frustration. So she tries to support him. I thought, that kind of stuff, it's really sweet. They are actually really sweet. And I'm not used to this in my anime, because when you imagine stuff like JJK or Chainsaw Man, unfortunately they don't really have this kind of slice of life element to them at all. I think this is a lot more classic shonen-esque, something you would have seen in Naruto or One Piece. And I thought that was really nice. Also, I thought the power of the curse that attacks them is really interesting. It makes this stone wall against them. This is all around their house. And it was able to do this because the enhancement was removed. And basically it's actually after them for some reason. They broke the rules or something like that. I guess they resisted getting sexually assaulted, and because of that this thing is after them. I don't know if it's actually connected to the perverts that were in episode 1, the perverted aliens, but I feel like it probably is. And yeah, this is a Flatwoods monster. It's apparently the actual in real life explanation is that it was an owl on a tree branch, and then people just got spooked by it and assumed it was actually as tall as the tree itself, right? But the explanation in this is that it's actually a giant sumo wrestler that when it accidentally touches the ground with its hands disappear and it starts disintegrating. So it's a really weird enemy, and the way they defeat him is actually really interesting. So he's able to, or she is able to maintain the control of his head so that the curse doesn't take over his mind, but he gets the power of the curse anyway, because it just activates no matter what. so it automatically activates, and now he has the powers of the Turbo Granny. So he's extremely fast and like really strong, and probably some other stuff too, but he also gets this mask and gets like really depressed. What's with that manner of speech? And also that was a quote. So like his real name is Ken Takakura, something like that. Let me actually see. Hold up. Ken Takakura is the name of the actor, and she has a crush on the actor, and she's refusing to call him by the name. Anyway, I thought that was really interesting, like as a decision for a main character. I guess it's not that crazy to borrow a name from an old actor, but yeah, it's like if you were called Clint Eastwood in America. It would feel a little odd. Like, what were his parents doing? The way they defeat this monster is that they like bait it to like firstly they are working together. Like she baits the monster to attack her, and when the monster is attacking her, it's punching a hole into the wall so that she's able to pull telekinetically him outside of the premise and then slap the sticker on so that the monster burns, but Okarun is safe. And yeah, she's actually really smart, and also like she's competent. Like you don't normally see female characters like this in anime. So it's definitely nice. Like I think she's one of my favorite female characters in anime in general. So like she made a plan to defeat this thing, like first to knock it on its hands, because it's a sumo wrestler, and in sumo I guess you lose when your hands touch the ground. And then after that doesn't work, she like makes the other plan of burning it alive. Also, like this thing, I wonder what this is about. Like it's making this cracks into the ground and everything, and this is a really interesting premise that they are just expanding now. Also, I found this part really interesting because they actually had some kind of a oh, my AC turned on. Hopefully it's not creeping me too much, but they had like a doorbell for evil spirits. So I guess there are spirits that come to them and don't attack even though they are evil. So, you know, they say hello. I guess there's not that much else. Like at the end of it, like after they defeat it, I guess they were really exhausted. So actually, the monster is just basically the dimension it made. Like none of the damage is visible here anymore. Even though it cracked the ground and stuff, it's I don't see any cracks here. But yeah, it's like a domain expansion. She passes out, and because of that, yeah, his curse comes out because yeah, she's too exhausted, she got beaten up, so he starts transforming, and that's the cliffhanger for this episode. And by the way, I think this intro or outro is pretty nice. It's definitely nothing unique, but it made me relaxed. Oh, is this a preview? Is this? Yeah, it's a preview. Yeah, that's the granny. But I'm not gonna go into that now. I saw a few episodes already, by the way. Yeah. That's about it for this episode review. Unfortunately, I'm not able to make real predictions because, yeah, I've seen a few more episodes, but I wouldn't want to skip the reviews. And I'm going to do it for all of them, and then, you know, on episode 7 I'm gonna start following it weekly. Anyway, thanks for watching everyone, and see you next time. Bye bye.